Hi friends, welcome back to Pastor Kevin and Friends. And I've been thinking, I think I want to go on a trip. I don't know where I want to go, but I really don't want to go that far away. What do I need to pack? I need to pack some clothing because I may have to stay over a night and I want clean clothes. I need to pack the things like my toothbrush and my shampoo and my comb and my deodorant, things like that. And clean underwear, definitely. You got to pack the right things. But what if I were to go far, far away, farther than California, farther than Australia? What if I wanted to go to the moon? What would I need to pack if I wanted to go that far away? Or Mars? Boy, that's even farther. I don't know if I want to go that far. I'd miss my mom and my brother and my family. I don't think I want to go far, far away, but I'd want to pack the right things, right? Long ago, I heard this story about this guy. He was sitting in a church service. He was a minister, but he was listening to another preacher speak. And the preacher speaking said, I believe that one day man's going to travel by air. I mean, this was long before airplanes were around. And when he heard that, he said, that's a ridiculous idea. That will never happen. And then he took his two sons, their names were Orville and Wilbur, and he says, come on, let's go home. Well, later on, Orville and Wilbur created the first working airplane to fly. Their name were Orville and Wilbur Wright, the Wright brothers, and we give them credit for making the first airplane. Now, when I was a kid, we got these worship folders. It was a piece of paper, and it had some different things, information about what was going to happen in church. And I always was fascinated by folding paper. And I would take I would fold it in some different ways to create a paper airplane, because paper airplanes are a lot of fun, and would make different shapes of paper airplanes growing up. And I didn't throw them in church while anybody was in there. I might wait till after church and do it, because I don't want to do that in church. You might get in a whole lot of trouble. But you would start off with a shape like this and fold it in half, then fold the wings up. And we would have a paper airplane, which was great because they're a lot of fun to watch. And flying an airplane is a lot of fun because you can go someplace and get there a lot faster than if you were to drive a car or walk, ride a bicycle, skateboard. But you know what? Flying an airplane is great. But then man came up with the idea of, if I make some changes to the airplane, some of the same principles and ideas, man could make a rocket. But again, what do we want to take there? What are we going to take in a rocket to get to the moon? It's going to take a long time to get there. Going to have a lot of food. May not be able to have ice cream. So it's not going to be an easy trip. But you know what? There's going to happen someday that we all need to go on a trip. And I'm not talking on a trip to see someone or go to Disney World or anything like that. It's a trip that happens when we pass away. We're no longer alive. We die, and it's sad, but everything dies. Your goldfish might die, your puppy or your kitty, or maybe even a friend, a grandparent, but one day we all do. And we need to make sure that we pack the right thing. We don't go to heaven on a rocket or in an airplane, but we go because we have a relationship with Jesus. In fact, Jesus says in John chapter 14, verse 6, I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I go that you may be there with me also. You know the way to where I'm going. One of the disciples said, Jesus, we don't know the way. How are we going? And Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. It's only through knowing Jesus as our forever friend and what Jesus did on the cross for our sins that we can make it into heaven. And He is the most important thing you can pack to go anywhere at any time. Thank you, friends. Bye-bye.